This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with another apartment renovation, and this is actually my first build where I have all of the packs, including the new Lovestruck expansion. And I really just wanted to create a bit of a rundown apartment, something that's a little bit cheap. Things aren't in the best of shape, but this sim is trying to make the most of it. I was kind of imagining that this was for a sim who was newly single and moved out on their own, who had previously been living with a partner, and that was actually inspired by the new bed that's part of the early purchase incentive. There's this bed that the mattress is showing and the blanket is just kind of draped over it, and you can see some stuff under the bed as well. So I should be placing that down here shortly, as the room I'm creating now is going to be the bedroom, which I end up having an archway into instead of having a proper door, because I felt like it was nice to be able to see into all of the rooms, but it also sort of made this space feel more like a studio, even though technically it has a separate bedroom, which I really enjoyed. Just placing down some of the windows that came with Lovestruck throughout this apartment. I think they're really pretty. I love the open version that I placed in the kitchen. And then I'm just separating off the entryway and getting some doors throughout. So there's an arch into the entryway and a door into the bathroom, which is actually going to be a little bit bigger than I have it now. It's going to be a fairly spacious bathroom. And overall, this was just a really fun apartment to decorate. I was very much inspired by a lot of the new items from Lovestruck, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So if you like this as well and you'd like to download it, it is available right now on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. And if you're considering purchasing the Lovestruck Expansion Pack, please consider using my code Gryphi at checkout. That's Gryphi. You can just type it in at checkout in the EA app. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps to support me as a creator, so thank you so much for considering. And thank you to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. So continuing on the living room, I'm just adding a couple of extra throw pillows on the couch here. These are from the login event that we had a couple of weeks ago, and the couch is actually from the Basement Treasures kit. I haven't used this couch much, but it felt like it was the correct thing for in here, because it didn't feel like it was torn apart. It just felt like it was a hand-me-down sofa or something older you might have picked up at a thrift store. So I really enjoyed that. It has a couple of little cloths thrown on it as well. And I also decided to use this new sort of bar height table that came with the new Lovestruck pack. I thought it was so pretty. It has a couple of dings in it, so it's a little bit older. And I just love the idea of having some more simple bar height tables. I really, really enjoy those, especially in apartments. I feel like it's probably because most people I know that have lived in an apartment tend to get the higher up tables. I'm not sure why that is. I've always done that too. Although my current dining table is not high up, but I very much considered it. I think it just makes it feel like you have more space because things are higher off the ground, and it changes the view you have of the height of things. So there's more space underneath, so it feels more open. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of how I've perceived it. And then over here, I am just decorating this table. I did ignore all of the needs TLC items in this build. So they are blocked, but I also kind of like that, because then it feels more realistic. If your Sims need to get to that mouse hole or whatever, they'd have to move the table out of the way. So hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. Sometimes I do delete the needs TLC items using the tool mod. I didn't have it installed at this time because it's not working with the latest update. At least it wasn't on my end. And so I'm waiting to see if I can get that fixed. But then over here, I'm just adding some of these postcards on the corkboard, and I end up moving the poster over there as well because I hang up something else, I think. No, I moved the poster back over there because I hung up the clock above here, which I think is really pretty. That clock is from the bowling stuff pack, and then I brought in a brick in the kitchen just to add a little bit more variety. I mostly am using this new wallpaper from Lovestruck because I just love it so much. It's really worn, and that's just my cup of tea. I really enjoy building things that are a little bit more run down. So this was such a fun one to create. But right now I am just decorating the kitchen, getting some more appliances and decor. So I do end up getting a coffee pot and a dishwasher, and then I just try and decorate accordingly. And I even used this curtain from For Rent. I use this curtain sometimes, but when I use it, it's always in the white swatch. But I loved this blue swatch with the flowers on it. It's just so, so pretty. And then I am grabbing some more decor for the counters. Get some soap by the sink. I really enjoyed adding the chalkboard in here. I end up getting a couple of plants. And we have the tortilla warmer and, of course, cutting boards. Those are pretty much in every build, unless it's a base game build, because then I don't have access to them. But even then, I still try to add cutting boards by using the debug one that your Sims grab out when they are actually chopping something up on a cutting board. But yeah, just grabbing a plant to put in the corner. This one is from Discover University. I think it's a really pretty one. And I tend to always use this swatch because I like that it's in a plain white pot, and then the flowers just look more kind of neutral compared to some of the other ones, although some of the pots are really cute. They have like faces on them and sorts of paintings, and I do like those as well, but I feel like this one just fits in more interiors. And then over by the coffee pot, I did put some mugs as well as some like additional food storage. These are both items from the Everyday Clutter Kit, and then of course I got some utensils by the stove as well from Horse Ranch. I really like those ones, and I end up getting a rug in here. I believe the one I choose is from Cats and Dogs. I just felt like it made the space feel really cozy and fit with the color scheme I was going with here, which has like a lot of blues and a couple of warmer tones as well. And then I added a laptop over on that dining table so your Sims have a space to go ahead and use the computer, especially if they want to be using well, I guess online dating isn't on the computer, although I'm not sure if it is. I know you can access it from your phone. With the new pack, you can get to Cupid's Corner that way, but I'm not sure if you can use it on the computer as well. That'd be cool. Anyway, I feel like it's more likely that you would use it on your phone because it seems more like a mobile dating app than a dating site, which is what's more popular nowadays. I've never really used any of those things because I've been in a relationship for like 9 years, but I know they're really popular. So it's really cool to have that in The Sims, especially because it's so difficult to meet Sims. So having the ability to just make a profile real quick and have your Sims like match with others is so cool. I've played around with it a little bit because I have messed around with some of the gameplay with this pack, and I'm just really, really enjoying it. But yeah, anyway, over here I am adding a bookcase, and this is where I'm going to actually be getting rid of the cabinet pieces that I put under the television and deciding for a side table instead. This one is from the Industrial Loft Kit. And then I brought in a record player, and I'm just decorating the walls. I thought that the carved hearts were kind of a cute idea, but also maybe a little bit sad. I'm not sure if this Sim was just broken up with or they just broke up with somebody else. But I feel like they're like a hopeless romantic and really just want to find the perfect Sim. And they have that on the wall as a little reminder because they just love love. I thought that that was a cute idea anyway. I also imagine that this Sim has a cat, so you can see me adding this cat tree over in the corner. And towards the end of the video, I remember to add the litter box and some food bowls. I believe I got an automatic feeder, which I'm kind of considering getting for my cat just because she is a lot. I have a 1-year-old cat who is the most food motivated animal I have ever met. And she recently ripped open all of her food and has learned to jump up on the counters and steals things regularly. And so we are starting to hide everything, and she's just a lot. So I need to figure out the best way to hide food from her because I'm nervous about her getting into something she shouldn't have because she just blatantly steals things. She will steal things off of your plate. She's stolen an entire slice of pizza, which is the size of her because she's like 5 pounds. So it's been a journey. She's up on my desk right now. Like, ooh, do you have anything for me to take? So we keep a close eye on her because she's been having this stealing issue. We call her our little thief. Yeah. How did I get to that? Oh, I was talking about the automatic feeder. I'm not sure if that would help or not, but she is wild when it comes to feeding times. She just starts screaming at you, and she tries to open the container before you can to get to her food. So it's a whole thing. Let me know if you've ever had a cat like that. My other cat, he was very food motivated, but not like this. I've never had a cat like this one. She's just a lot. If you'd like to see pictures, I do post them over on Twitter, and I believe I might have them elsewhere, but I have also streamed plenty where you can see her. Her name's Lulu. She's a 1-year-old fluffy gray kitten with one eye, and she's adorable. She's just a lot. So if you were interested in seeing her, because I know sometimes when I mention my pets, people are like, oh my God, can I see pictures? So maybe I will make a post on Twitter sometime soon with all of my animals, because I have 4 of them. I have my cat I've mentioned, I also have a dog, and I have 2 bunnies. So anyway, I'm just rambling about my pets right now because I got into that cat tangent. This is the bathroom. I made a custom shower using the new door and window that came with this pack that are meant for custom showers, as well as the new like wall mounted shower piece. And I added some of those backsplash tiles that also came with the pack to create that space. I think it looks really nice. And then I'm just using a counter from Base Game and a Base Game sink and some clutter here from the bathroom clutter kit to make the space feel lived in and cluttered up, of course. And yeah, that's most of what this apartment is. It's just finishing up the bathroom and the entryway, and then of course going back and adding the cat stuff that I forgot. I did end up adding a washer and dryer in this apartment, which is such a luxury in an apartment. That is like a dream of mine to have my own washer and dryer. I don't know if it'll ever happen because places are so expensive. I'm just happy I have it in my building, but it's not in my unit. I would like to have it someday, but although I am nervous about it because I know kitty cats like to climb into the dryer because it's nice and warm, and that makes me scared. But other than that, it would be so nice to be able to do the laundry in my apartment. I feel like I do it way more often because I wouldn't have to lug it into the basement anymore. But anyway, I am just adding some last finishing touches to the bathroom, adding a plant over here, and then in the entryway I get a closet and an umbrella rack. And then I will be going back into the bathroom to add the last bit of kitty decor, or kitty requirements, I should say, their litter box and everything. But that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. And if you're thinking about picking up Lovestruck, please consider using my code Gryphi on the EA app. Like I mentioned, it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just supports me as a creator. So thank you so much and enjoy the screenshots. Bye, everyone.